Hi, this is my video just explaining on the survey and data section of my website and what I meant by some of the survey and data questions. If you go to the survey data section, you have two options. You'll have three options once this video is up. You'll have the option to watch the video, go to the Google Docs here, and look at the and preview the first and preview all the questions over here. Or you could go to the actual document link over here if this link doesn't work. And just click on it and I'll send you over here. So let's just quickly go over a few. Some of them are self-explanatory, like this one, and this one they were just like starter questions to help with other questions. Here was an interesting question right here. Uh, how do you how do you beneficial do you believe online learning is? Most students said it was very beneficial, and most students said also that it was not beneficial. Like it's one, then it goes three, four, five. I mean three, four, three, two. And most teachers believe that it is a bit worse or better than school. It's also shown by here. It was just interesting to see how sporadic the students are. Another thing was has their daily routine changed? That it was interesting to see that a few students' lives haven't changed due to e-learning and due to circumstances. Here was another interesting question. This question was about what has changed for the worse and what has changed for the better down here. And I put some of the few examples up here. And it was interesting to see that people put an option for nothing. I didn't add the option for nothing. There was an option called other, and they typed in nothing. One of them wrote that. Again, I put on the teacher side. One of them wrote one-on-one uh, tutelage or tutoring with students. And they also found that workload has worsened for them and sleep schedule has worsened grading. Most teachers believe that like the school part of their portion has worsened, and their other parts have been bettered except for like student behavior. But students are a bit in the gray area because some students believe about a quarter to half believe that it has worsened, while another quarter to half believe that it has improved greatly. You can see some contradiction here. And some of them didn't even fill out the section over here. They think it stayed the same. It was interesting to see that not all of them picked this because, from my personal experiences, um, I've just always seen people complaining that that they were just complaining and not that it was harder was interesting to see. We can scroll down here and do you believe I asked this question because this question relates to the next few questions. Do you believe that teachers have it easier? It's 50-50 split. Do you believe that students have it easier? About like 70% to 30% split. This question was interesting because it contradicts this question. This question means that do you think students have it easier? Not harder. So when I read this question and I saw the results, I thought most teachers would push 4 and 5, meaning that it's harder than school. This is exactly school. This is easier in school. But like a good third of them put that it's easier than school, which would be too expected. But this one's saying like they're not even doing work, and I was very interested to see this where they're getting almost as much work as normal school. Not because from my personal own experiences, but it just to me this question contradicts this question, and this question also contradicts this question because I thought teachers would be putting 4 and maybe a few threes, but a few teachers put 4 and 5, meaning that they believe their students are having too much work. And yeah, it was a 50-50 split. I was also a bit interested that so many people agreed with that they're getting as much work as school, about 10 of them. That's like more than a quarter, more than half of them. Here was another interesting one. This one was basically the same question. Can teachers handle more work or can students handle more work and the different categories? Students and teachers had basically the same opinion. Yes, some teachers can give a little more work and give extra help in some classes. and teacher said yes, students can handle more work in some classes. It was interesting to see how close the variety was. I'm sure if I got more teachers, I'm sure it would have stayed the same, and I'm sure if I got more students, it probably would have even looked even similar to this. So it's just interesting to see this pop up. Here was another scale that I had to put up, and this one was about on the side of the spectrum, which one do you believe where your teachers are at? 0 being they're not getting any work, 10 being they're just complaining. Same thing for students for the teachers survey. And most students believe that teachers got either um, more work now or as much work as school. While some teachers do believe that students get more work now or the same amount of work than school, lots of teachers agree as well that the we as a student body are just complaining a lot about the workload and we're not getting that much work. That's specifically what I wrote from 0 to 10. Like we're just complaining about the workload. If there's this one saying that it's a bit better than school, but people are still complaining because you're at home and you don't it's not a work area. But this one means that we're not getting any work and we're just complaining. Again, not my I'm not gonna add my opinion isn't in here, but my opinion would be maybe a 3 to 7 depending on which class. Which subject or elective? My opinion isn't counted. I might say it here and there. Um, so these two questions were very interesting for teachers. Teachers honestly didn't know what their peers put as work. Most of them just guessed electives. And honestly, to the teachers who I sent out the survey to, they were mostly main course electives such as math, English, social studies, and science. Some of them didn't answer, of course, but when I got back the results, they just usually just picked their own course or just picked the main course out of random. So these questions were just interesting to see how disconnect teachers are from one another, and how students they think that the teachers understand and this teacher should tell this teacher to stop giving too much work, and that's where the multiple choice questions end. But this question, I think these two questions were very interesting. I think they were the most interesting. And I think, in my opinion, they were the biggest downfall of online learning. To see that teachers aren't talking to one another and they can't like help with workload for students. For example, if they're giving too little work 1 week or too much work 1 week. And I believe that's one of the biggest downfalls of online learning. And I will go more into detail over here in the next section. There will be another mini like subheading over here. Thank you for watching the video. If you can't see the Google Docs, please put a comment or email me at my email should be in the link description below, and I will fix that. And you should just check every day once you email me, and I should have that fixed. But it's working. I'm on a different account. So other than that, thank you for watching, and hope you read the rest of my website.